The ceremony of lying in state is part of the full civilian and military honors accorded to the late retired President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. And part of those honors is the unfurling of his presidential standard for the first time since he left office in 2002 and the last time. You can see the flag here affixed to the vehicle that transported his body to Parliament buildings, and here unfurled and mounted next to his body. So, what is a presidential standard? Well, it's a flag that symbolizes the president's authority as the commander-in-chief and only flies where the president is. In this case, before President Uhuru Kenyatta arrived in Parliament this morning, the presidential standard remained unfurled. Now, I'll invite you to take a short walk with me now through the history of Kenya's presidential standard. Now, this was the founding president's presidential standard adopted in 1970. Now, the blue that is on the flag represents the blue sky with the spears that cross through this shield, representing the burning spear. It's said that Jomo stands for burning spear in Kikuyu. I stand to be corrected if I'm wrong, but apparently that is what these spears signify. Now, there is also a cock, or the jogo, that symbolizes party unity. The party in question, KANU. Now, after Jomo Kenyatta left office, we had the presidential standard of Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. Now, the color of his presidential standard was green. It did have similar features to those of the president who came before him, and that is Jomo Kenyatta, and that includes the cock, still not the cockerel, well, the cock, which is more dominant, or rather catches your eye a bit more than that one of the president who came before him, that is Jomo Kenyatta. So the cock stands for party unity, the party in question being the party of the Jogo, and that is KANU, the Kenya Africa National Union. So this is, if you've looked at the pictures of Moi lying in state, the color of the fabric on which his body has been placed is green, as well as a pillow, and this is the presidential flag that has been unfurled next to his body. Now, Mwai Kibaki, when he took over, I apologize for that, as president in 2002, December of 2002, from President Moi, had a presidential standard of his own. His presidential standard was white in color, but he came into office not on a KANU ticket, but a NARC ticket. And so you'll see that there is no jogo, there is no symbol for the Kenya African National Union. Now, instead, because of the tumult that followed or preceded his rise to office, the symbol on his presidential standard is an olive branch, symbolizing peace, and therefore the white color of his presidential standard. Now, following him is the present president, and that is President Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, borrowing from his father, who was a founding president of Kenya, his presidential standard is blue in color. Just a slightly different shade, but blue in color. And now his party symbol is the dove, which I will assume also stands for peace, borrowing from Mwai Kibaki. His spears, his burning spears, so to speak, are more refined. I take it on account of a digital technology, but this is a present presidential standard of President Uhuru Kenyatta, an ode to the founding president Jomo Kenyatta.